Hello there, fellow adventurers. My last Geek Backs Games video was for Occulto back in January. I've backed a bunch of games on Kickstarter since then, but I'm here now to talk about the campaign for Broken Relic that was just launched. I've been excited for this game ever since playing the demo, and it looks like just my kind of thing. The developer is Pablo Morales, aka Sand Penguin, who, like many of us, grew up playing the LucasArts and Sierra classics, and dreamed of one day making his own game.
Now the dream is real. I'm building Broken Relic, the adventure game I always wanted to make.
In this devlog video, Pablo goes on to say that although Broken Relic is inspired by games like Monkey Island, it won't just be a clone making yet another reference to three-headed monkeys.
No, lo que quiero hacer es la mejor aventura posible, con mi propio sentido del humor, mis propios personajes, etc. Usar lo aprendido de los clásicos para crear algo nuevo, aunque tampoco me ponga a reinventar la rueda. Pero bueno, lo que quiero decir es que aunque ame a Monkey Island, no voy a poner la referencia número 7 millones a un mono de 3 cabezas o ponerme a vender chaquetas de cuero.
That's right, no three-headed monkeys to see here. We play as Guybrush Threepwood, Tim, who's late for his first day as an intern at the Nitherus Archive.
I'm gonna be late for my first day of work at the archive!
The Nitherus Archive can wait. I need my helmet.
So before we can leave, we have to find a substitute helmet for our roommate Lemmy, who's a guard at the scary Citadel.
Ooh, have you ever fought a dragon?
No, but I once fought a swan. It was scarier than it sounds.
Our first view of the outside world is impressive, perfectly summed up by Turian Shepherd.
Whoa, look at this! This looks great! Wow! I love this!
When we arrive at the archive, the Archmaster gives us the task of finding 3 books that have gone missing.
Tell me about those important books.
The Astral Librum of Uklag, the Compendium of Zegor, and the Codex of Maelsa.
Oh yeah, I've read those. We don't have to look very far for the missing books.
That's the Astral Librum of Uklag. It's flying a little too high for me to grab.
Maybe this guy's fishing net could come in handy here, but that's just a wild guess. In any case, I'm sure this book will be easier to get a hold of than the one floating in the library in Discworld. I actually played this with adventure game enthusiast James Aitchison, and believe it or not, we managed to finish it without a walkthrough. One of these days, I'll get to editing down the many hours we spent trying to bungle our way through it.
That doesn't work.
Another book is in the Pigeon Post Office.
Welcome to my domain, the organized chaos of Pigeon Post.
I'd love to find out how the developer gets all the pigeons to move up and down like that, seeing as I actually know very little about game design. I mostly just play games, and geek out over them. The puzzles in the demo are pretty easy by adventure game standards, but this is just the first act, so I expect things will get more difficult later on, especially after we unwittingly release evil back into the world.
Finally, I am free.
Oh no, this is bad.
The backstory here is that long ago, Kaelvorn, the Cursed Devourer, was held prisoner by a relic which then broke into 3 pieces. So you could say it's a broken relic. So now we're the chosen one who has to seek out the pieces of this relic and save humanity, yada yada yada. It's your typical fantasy fetch quest, but I'm up for it. One of the relic pieces is in a place called the Crimson Arena, a coliseum which we can see here being created in this time-lapse video. Wow, that's a long line waiting to get into the coliseum. I wonder how Tim is gonna get in there. Maybe he'll find a 3-headed monkey and... Wait, no 3-headed monkeys in this, remember? So make yourself a nice cup of coffee and head over to the Broken Relic Kickstarter page, link in the description below, and don't forget to put on your scary mask.
What the...
What's wrong with him?
Wait, no 3-headed monkeys in this, remember?